Okay, Minfilia, what do we got? The price of principles. Minfilia appears lost in thought. I also need to get my voices ready. Unless there's voice acting. Gasp.
Graf, it pleases me to see you well.
Taru?
Do you excuse me for interrupting, Graf? My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Bye. See you later, fuckers. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Baelsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed your every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration?
Yeah, what happened to the Tupsilmati? I think it was destroyed in Stormblood, but I'm not sure.
Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so.
Whatever. Can't see my head shake from this angle.
Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on the matter.
I think it was destroyed, but I don't remember completely either. Alright. Our usual... Hey, it's our wig stand. Someone who follows drag queen culture closely is a wig stand. Hey, Stola. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Minson sent word of the summoning of Titan. And mayhap you may also recall the words of our host. I said unto Merwin that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. We'll get there.
And whenceforth did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lominsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt.
Just remember, we're doing no spoilers here in case people are, in case people are watching this for the first time.
Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply.
Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. You're right, Y'shtola. They are shits. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what do we do with it? You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Graf. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Alright, Ida. What do you got?
I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Nemo keeps making me send them back. Wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly obeying your principles nice, you know? None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles... Neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes.
'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we cannot have the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labour unseen, defiant in defeat, and raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortunes so finite. Okay. Wigstan. Radolf. Alfie! What the fuck are you doing here? Get the hell out of my house. I'm gonna beat your ass. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I finally made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Graf. Don't tell me to come along. Fuck you. Fuck you, Alfie. Oh, excuse me.
Alphino. Graf, is aught amiss?
You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah.
We must do what?
Gasp. So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that we are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. So that's a slight dig at the layout. Sucking to have to hoof it to Vesper Bay from Horizon.
If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go?
Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mortona. Reverence Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. Yeah, just grab every Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street, Alfie. What could go wrong? I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action.
As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community. forged through years of concerted effort. Uldar's our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless.
The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as...
That will be all, Alphino. Please shut the fuck up. Get out of my house. I am sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to.
Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Ba-ba-ba! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright, Fanny, moving on.
Baby, moving on! Baby, turn me on! Baby, moving on! Take a shit on my lawn!
Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought.
Evil Da, has it truly come to this? Oh, Graf, pray attend to Alphino. He is engaged in some business or other that requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time.
Party Finder is up, by the way. Alfie, what do you got? Inform me.
Confound it. She knows what must be done, yet still she hesitates. Why can't I manipulate her like a piece of shit? Oh, because of these fanciful rumors.
Fanciful rumors?
I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well,
adoptive mother,
was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamine was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Uldar.
I don't know that.
She was a performer of a singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel.
Charlian minstrel?
ACBF. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation.
Encourage. God. I'm falling apart.
Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamine's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamine is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late in the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegaruju. As to the veracity of these rumors. I fucking hate that guy. Do I get to stab him? Do I get to murder him? I would really love to kill him. Speak with Gegaruju in Costa del Sol. Baby, moving on, baby, turn me on, baby, moving on, wanna be with you, baby, moving on, take a shit on my lawn, baby, moving on, baby, moving on.
The song's terrible, but I love it. Hey, fucklet.
Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? To Titan's bane! I mean, Graf, what brings you to my humble resort?
I'm here to kick your ass.
Flamine! You mean to tell me the goddess-made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uldar? Egads, man! If I had done that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or whatever that she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy!
West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegaruchu. Your information will serve us well. I think they cut out, like, a bunch of quests here. That said, there are a number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks to see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. Yeah, hopefully he'll never recover. It would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Okay. She sang that song, Moving On, about taking a shit on someone's lawn. That was her big hit in Ul'dah. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm like... My touch is gone. My ability to be funny has evaporated. Hey, it's this piece of shit. Well, if it isn't Graf, the savior of Wineport, to what we owe the pleasure. Yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to reject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she's your quarry, why not consult with your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. So she was stinky. She was extremely stinky. Her level of stenchitude was too great. Youngbar. You want to know if I've seen a cote last by name of Flamine? I wish. I haven't seen a last of any description in far too bloody long. Okay, so we had all the information we needed, but we checked with someone who didn't have any information anyway. That's fine. And now we gotta talk to Shamani Lamani, who's over here. Balloon. All these Lalafels. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Graf. You must share them with me sometime. As a girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. I told her to follow the road south to Rain-Catcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. Flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Really? Wait, she's like still here? That seems difficult for me to believe. I find it offensive. Search for Flamine. Uh-oh, ninjas. Uh-oh, Gooboos. I just finished the Little Ladies' Day cross hatching tide event, and it was bad. It was unfortunate. Hey, there she is. Hey, fucker! Good thing I didn't fall on her. Hey, Flamine. What's going on?
I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and
Are you Flamine?
Flamine? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve?
Alfie.
It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend.
I have a knack for it, and also a bunch of these quests were cut.
A songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilla?
Asilia?
Is looking for you. Asilia! You're a very picture of health, milady. Yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavours to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia, when the time is right.
Oh, well, that does please me.
More than you know, but tell me, sojourns of the forests of Lenosha aside, when exactly will the time be right?
When I deem it so. Okay.
Jeez. Do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further?
Bitch. My apologies for the interruption.
Anyway, now that we all have what we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say.
Okay.
Alphino, I was given to understand that you are a little bitch.
Unbearably pomp.
I can't land on that?
When's the fucking benchmark coming out for Dawn Trail? Feels like it should be out by now. Hey, Alfie.
This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years.
Flamine. All things in time. Flamine has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter because several of these quests had been cut.
You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way.
Understood. Come with me. It will be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. We've got to return there. Please return there. Oh, wow. It just teleported me. That's very kind. Thank you, video game. Wow. Hey, Fanny. We got good news. Antecedent, you have a guest.
Lamine! Asilia.
Hug your mom. There you go.
Lamine, you stink. I haven't seen her like this in years, Graf.
Shh, shut up, you're ruining it. Your hands off her upper butt.
I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would. So I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue your work.
Our work.
Basically. And continue as you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I believe she was hiding out in Razarhan. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best.
Why did she change her name to Minfilia? Is it to hide her identity?
I have a gift for you.
Here, eat this. Flamine commits tax evasion.
Celestia perfume, you remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. That's how much you reeked. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble.
It was no trouble for me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Graf, however. I could not have made it without him. So they're still talking about the quests that were cut. They need to touch up this writing a little bit.
Thank you, Graf. Thank you both.
There's something else.
This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive.
I'm a stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both.
Oh, shut up, Alphino. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless.
I'm losing her accent.
So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss?
No, Vasilia, nothing is amiss, quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that the words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Vasilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Uldar. Okay.
Lamine.
You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. And this time we'll do it together.
Truly. Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters at Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once.
Okay. Ooh. Excuse me. Alright, laying the foundation. Manfrelia would share with you the latest news on the Scion's imminent relocation. On the Scion's cutting down of these insufferable quests.
It is a house, you say? It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible.
You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Can you guys just leave?
Really, Alphino, if I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these.
Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter entirely, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present you the esteemed emissaries of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. You Rowena's bitches. It is an honor, antecedent. Oh, that's not that guy's voice. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alfredo, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. Must needs! If it please you, I would do so.
It does.
Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Graf, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slathborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Okay. Bye. Oh, sorry. I'm snoofy.
Well, well. It would seem your reputation precedes you, Graf. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care.
Okay.
Please get out of my office.
A little bit of post-processing there. A little bit of depth of field. A little bit of bloom.
Ah, Graf, were you able to get some rest?
I just left.
I would ask you to come with me to the solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us.
Oh, it's almost like a bunch of these quests were cut out. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm sorry. It's almost like a bunch of shit was just condensed. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. That's what they said. The negotiations are concluded.
And?
Our friends of the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. Okay. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Moldona, the Rising Stones. Ah, yay! Woo! Yay! Look at the bloom! A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it?
I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world.
Well, we're like the worst kept secret in this fucking continent.
Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite
Possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Okay, fine, sure. That was pretty good.
Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, and all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for.
Yay! Woo! Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition.
And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all.
At once to all?
And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire.
You mean I who have felled primals and faced down the Empire?
To you, my fellow scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed.
Okay.
Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. Yay! Woo! Yay! Woo! Yay! Woo! Yay! Woo!
Yay, woo. Woo, yay.
There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask them to teach me the basics of mining, too.
Oh, Tataru, what are you doing? Fanny!
Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. It's almost as predictable as that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own.
Don't blow smoke up Alphino's ass, please.
Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a favor to ask you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slothborn. They concern our forthcoming move. And do take care on the road and represent us well, Graf.
Oh man, there won't be any road. I'm gonna be fucking teleporting there. 168 gil. What a pittance. Meow. Slaffy.
I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you.
I don't remember what his voice was.
It's been far too long, Raph, and you have something for me, yes?
Sealed documents. Documents detailing the Scion's planned operations for the next several weeks.
Let's see now. Ah, yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I just.
Cool. It's possibly a primal. We are going to need people if you guys want to join. Party Finder is up. And there is a password. Slaffboard would show you around the Scion's soon-to-be home in Revenant Stoll.
I should do the work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Even I could appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks or forced laughter. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. You see that impressive structure over there? That's the place.
In there?
It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it's as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around.
Sorry, hold on.
Is that you, Graf? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Brigadania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste.
What, really?
Is everything quite all right, my friend?
I gotta go, man. The old base.
I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear that this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all the necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters.
Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's possibly a primal. Ba-ba-ba-da-da, get on the chocobo, bocobo. Oh, we're almost done with 2.0 and 2.x. Tatara, what do you got?
A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Moldona. I wasn't privy to the conversation with the antecedent, but I did see from the look on her face after he took his leave, something's definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. I go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do.
Okay. I'll do that. In we go. Main's still here, that's good. Entrance to the Solar. Minfania.
I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania.
It's Urianger.
Thine arrival is customarily timely, Graf. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex.
They dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Although I had hoped the Mogul's guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation.
Okay.
Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Hulwar. He awaiteth thee in the Adder's Nest.
Pray hasten to Gridania, Graf. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Da 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 da. Go and talk to Vorsail Hulwar. Oh boy. Alright, in we go. A pleasure to see you as always, Captain Ironchest. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I can think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Hail to the king, Kupo! Look at me while I skullfuck you, Kupo. Vorsail Hulwar wishes to brief you on the latest crisis in Gridania. Not long ago, the Mughal Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seer. So we've completely thrown away no one can see Mughals. Everyone can see them. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. He proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seer at the Lotus Stand. Ba-ba-ba-ba! Oh right, we get to talk to the Silent Conjurer. Wow. Ah. Conjurer's Guild. have already arrived, sir! They show you in!
Ah. Jesus.
Hey, Kane. Oh, it's a Moogle. It's freaking out. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Koopa. They're just, misguided? A gentle no. Firm thrashing is in order. Yeah, but no.
Calm yourself, good little cop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate you. Pray forgive this witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Graf, and upon such short notice. Truly Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kopp has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogulmog the 12th has returned to Eorzeum.
A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the farmer. Oh, once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It's quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine, Kupo. We all Moogles got fucked up, Kupo. Love getting drunk, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of that last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Mogulmog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms were so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mogulmog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held, while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogulmog XII, may his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Moogle-kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, for what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tried the rope to something. Good thinking. Reminding me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogulmog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who brave those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Moggles are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Moggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mogulmog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact.
Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean?
We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal.
We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat, not only to Mughal-kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Graf, confront good King Mogulmog XII and drive him from our midst.
Okay.
Yay! Humbly do I thank you. The sanctuary of the Moguls' God and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Asimian of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further.
Yay, look at him dance. Look at him wiggling.